Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. NFL Cowboys news. If you're a die-hard Dallas Cowboys fan or just here for the latest NFL rumors, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're diving deep into the Dallas Cowboys' biggest off-season news, Matt Eberflus hire, and what it means for the team moving forward. We've all heard the rumors flying around lately, and today we're going to break down exactly how Eberflus hiring as the defensive coordinator will impact the Cowboys defense, particularly focusing on the top 5 players who will feel the most change. And of course, we're going to look at the bigger picture, how this new defensive strategy might completely shift the Cowboys' defensive identity in the 2025 season. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump right in. Matt Eberflus. If you're not already familiar with the name, he's one of the most respected defensive minds in the NFL. Having previously served as the defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts, Eberflus turned that defense into one of the most disciplined, aggressive units in the league. So, what does this mean for the Cowboys? Under Eberflus, the Colts' defense improved dramatically in key areas like turnover differential, red zone defense, and overall efficiency. Now, with Dallas looking to take the next step as a Super Bowl contender, they needed someone with experience and a proven track record of improving defenses. Eberflus fits that bill perfectly. But this isn't just about Eberflus coming in and running the same system as he did with the Colts. No, he's going to make some changes to the Cowboys defense that could affect individual players and positions. Let's talk about the top 5 players most likely to be impacted by these changes. We're not just talking about scheme changes, these are the players who will have to step up in new roles and will either thrive or struggle with this new defensive philosophy. Alright, let's kick things off with the top 5 players who will be most impacted by Eberflus' hire. And trust me, this is going to change how the Cowboys defense looks in the 2025 season, for better or for worse. First up, we have the player that everyone has their eyes on, Micah Parsons. Parsons is one of the most dynamic defenders in the NFL right now, and under Eberflus, we can expect him to be used in a variety of ways. In Indianapolis, Eberflus was known for mixing up his pass rushers' alignments and creating confusion for opposing offenses. For Parsons, this could mean a more versatile role. Instead of just being a traditional edge rusher, we might see Parsons moving all over the field, rushing from the inside linebacker spot, dropping back into coverage, or even spying the quarterback. Now, if you've been following the Cowboys, you know how explosive Parsons is when he's given the chance to rush the passer, but Eberflus' system may call for more stunts and blitzes. That means we could see Parsons getting after the quarterback from new angles, which could be a nightmare for offensive lines. The big question is how well Parsons will adapt to this shifting role. If he buys into the versatility that Eberflus brings, he could take his game to another level. Next up is cornerback Trevon Diggs. Diggs has been known for his ball-hawking abilities, leading the league in interceptions just a couple of years ago, but under Eberflus, he might have to adjust his game in a significant way. Eberflus is all about aggressive, but disciplined defense. We saw in Indianapolis how the Colts secondary thrived with a more balanced approach, focusing on both coverage and creating turnovers. For Diggs, this could mean being asked to focus more on his coverage responsibilities and being less aggressive in jumping routes. While we all love the splash plays that Diggs generates, Eberflus might want him to focus on keeping things more controlled and less risky, focusing on breaking up passes rather than going for the pick every time. But if Diggs can buy into this new philosophy, it could help him become an even more well-rounded cornerback. Now, let's talk about DeMarcus Lawrence, the veteran defensive end. Lawrence is coming off a solid season, but with a new defensive coordinator, he'll need to adjust to a potentially more aggressive and disruptive style of play. Under Eberflus, we could see Lawrence being used in a more fluid role. We all know Lawrence is great at rushing the passer, but Eberflus has a track record of maximizing the talents of his defensive linemen through smart alignments and play calling. Eberflus likes to rotate his defensive front, so Lawrence might be asked to take on more snaps in different positions, perhaps even moving inside to disrupt the pocket. This will keep him fresh and potentially help him add to his sack totals. Moving inside, we have linebacker Leighton Vander Esch. Vander Esch has had a bit of an up and down career in Dallas, but under Eberflus, he could see a resurgence. Eberflus values linebackers who can play sideline to sideline, and that's exactly what Vander Esch brings to the table. We could see Vander Esch being used more in coverage, something he struggled with in the past. Eberflus likes his linebackers to drop into coverage, but also be able to fill gaps in the run game. This could be a great opportunity for Vander Esch to prove his worth and stay healthy while playing in a system that fits his skill set. Lastly, we've got safety Donovan Wilson. Wilson is known for his aggressive style of play, and under Eberflus, that could either be a huge asset or a liability. Eberflus often utilizes his safeties to play both in the box and in deep coverage, giving them a lot of responsibility. For Wilson, this could mean more opportunities to rush the quarterback or create havoc in the backfield. However, it could also mean that he'll need to tone down his aggressive style to avoid giving up big plays. It's a fine line, but if Wilson can find that balance, he could thrive in this system. Now that we've gone through the top 5 players who will be impacted by Matt Eberflus' hire, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What changes should we expect from the Dallas Cowboys defense as a whole under this new regime? Eberflus is known for bringing an aggressive, attacking mentality to his defenses. You can expect to see more blitz packages, more stunts, and overall more pressure on opposing quarterbacks. The Cowboys will be looking to increase their sack total and disrupt offenses early and often. That doesn't mean abandoning coverage, though. Eberflus' system is about balance, mixing pressure with strong coverage and solid tackling. So while we may see more blitzes, don't expect a complete overhaul. The Cowboys will still rely on their strong secondary to lock down receivers. Turnovers are going to be a big part of this defense. Eberflus' Colts were fantastic at creating turnovers, especially in the form of interceptions. The Cowboys' defense will likely become even more opportunistic, with players like Diggs and Wilson having the green light to make plays on the ball. Expect more attempts to strip the ball, more zone coverages that put defenders in positions to capitalize on mistakes, and a greater emphasis on getting the ball back to the offense. One thing that Eberflus loves to do is keep his players fresh. Expect the Cowboys defense to rotate players more frequently, especially along the defensive line. The Cowboys have solid depth in that department, and Eberflus' system will make the most of it. The defensive front will be more dynamic, with different players in and out of the game to create constant pressure. Overall, we're going to see a new identity form on this defense. Under Dan Quinn, the Cowboys have been known for their fast, physical style, but with Eberflus, it's going to be about more than just aggression. There's going to be a focus on discipline, creating turnovers, and making offenses uncomfortable in a variety of ways. Eberflus is bringing his proven defensive philosophy to Dallas, and we could see the defense go from good to great in the coming seasons. So, what do you think? Will Matt Eberflus be the guy to take the Dallas Cowboys defense to the next level? We've covered the top 5 players who will be impacted by this hire, as well as the bigger changes we can expect to see on the field. There's no doubt this is a major shift for the Cowboys, and how the players adapt will play a huge role in their success moving forward. Eberflus has the potential to elevate this defense into one of the most formidable in the NFL, but it will all come down to execution. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think will thrive the most under this new system? Make sure to subscribe for more updates, and we'll see you in the next video.